So today we're talking about putting, and I've learned so many things about putting. There's so many great putting coaches out there, but here's 3 things that I want you to take with you, right? And this is what I've learned from studying some of the best putters in the world, from being out there on tour, what I see with the really best putters do. Number 1, they have a consistent time between when they set up and when they read the green to when they actually hit the putt. So it doesn't matter whether it's a 5-foot putt or a 25-foot putt. If you actually put a stopwatch on them, by the time they mark the ball and they've made their decision, the time frame is very consistent. I love that because they're not overthinking. Just because it's a birdie putt or a bogey putt, they don't change that time. So when the time is regimented, they get extremely focused on the task at hand. They don't worry so much about everything else. So very important, you think about how much time it's taking you over a putt. The more you can be the same every time, the more consistent you'll actually be. Then the other one is setup. What are the things I've learned from watching some of the best putters in the world? And you might have noticed this on television. So what they do is once they've picked their spot and read their line, they step into the putt, aim the putter at their spot, and then keep looking at that entry point while you take your stance. This is a great way to allow your eyes to set your body to what you see. I see so many amateurs make a mistake of putting the putter down, getting square, and then never changing. They look up, they don't like what they see, and rather than adjusting their body, they actually just adjust the face or move their body, and that leads to inconsistent putting. So it's very important that you have a process. You read the green and so on and so forth, but really you want to get this focus point by setting up, looking over it, looking at the line. I'm allowing my body. You'll see some players like a Patrick Cantlay that's shuffling their feet. A lot of good putters are actually moving right up to the point they're about to hit it. And that's because they're feeling what's going on. So you'll see that quite often where they'll put it down, line up, and then you'll see them get comfortable, finally take a grip, take one more look and confirm that it's where they want to be, and then they just go ahead and they stroke the putt down towards their hole. So that's a way of getting comfortable. Now here's the other one that I like, the third one. The third one to me is all about finding the entry point to the hole. So what I think great putters do, and there's lots of different ways to read a green, but what great putters do is they find that straight downhill putt. So if I was looking at this one, I'm gonna walk down here a little bit. I know that this slopes. I can feel it with my feet. You might see it with your eyes. I don't really care which way you see it, but feet and eyes are very important. So as I walk down here, I can feel like in order to make this putt, I'm gonna have to enter it about 4:30. So if the front of the hole was 6 o'clock, I'm gonna come back here now, kind of take a little look and confirm it. And then I'm gonna have to go in thinking where that entry point is up there, looking where that fall line is, and just trying to get it falling down that little line there. Darn, a little bit too much pace. With a little less pace, I think it would have taken that break. But the idea is to find that straight downhill putt. Once you found that straight downhill putt, now it gives me a hint on, okay, I've got to get this ball up to a certain point so it takes that gravity line and enters at 4:30. So there's 3 things there. Find that straight downhill putt. You want to take an equal amount of time over your putts. Don't take too long. When you set up, use your eyes to set your body. You'll feel more natural, more athletic, and that is something that's so important. I see so many putters today being so mechanical, trying to be so perfect over the ball. I want you to be an athlete. It's very important you use your athletic skills. You'd never shoot a basketball by looking at your hand. You'd look at the hoop, you would visualize the line or the arc, and you would throw it on that arc. I want you to bring that back to putting. The more athletic you be, the better your speed control will be, and the better you will putt. So I hope these 3 things will help you putt better.